Hey guys, Motorcarnut here, and today I'm going to show you how to install piston rings on the piston. Alright, some of you may not know how to do that. Now, I'm going to show you the basic technique of pretty much all gasoline engines, but the orientation of the rings and the piston gap and the ring gaps, they all can be different, so you have to verify what engine you have by the code, and you have to go by the specific shop manual. Okay, because they're all different. All right, that being said, what we have here is we have the oil scraper. All right, we have the front. It's like a big sandwich. It goes on the ring, on the piston like that. That gets installed like that. But now, like I said, you see these little end gaps? When they're on the piston, you don't put them all the same like that, because you can get blow-by that way. So they want them a specific way. Maybe they want it on an angle like here. Maybe they want it straight down. Maybe they want it this way. Whatever it is. And the same thing with the oil scraper itself. All right? That has to be, it can't be in the same orientation as any of the holes, any of the slots. Even the second ring and the first ring, well, this is the second ring, they have to be oriented a different way. So the first thing you do is, if you see this, come on. All right. You see how the last piece is pointing down? This last one? All right, that's how you want it. So you put it on the piston, and you don't stretch it more than you have to, just enough. You can walk it around like this. I can even do it with one hand. All right, you put it on. Put a little bit in the slot first, and then you just walk it around. I lied saying I could do it with one hand. But maybe I can. You see? All right, and now that it's in, you have to find out where the opening is. See, the opening is right here. And another thing, it's not just where it's located. It can't be in the thrust area. It can't be in this area either. So wherever this slot is, you have to move it according to your engine design and what the manufacturer wants. You have to move it and make sure you know where the slot is, because you don't want to put the next one right near it. Then you put another one, you put it right on the edge like this again, and then you walk it around, and you do the same thing with the bottom one. All right. And then, like I said, you just pull it just enough. You don't want to do it too much. All right, now we got the top one on. Then you do the same thing for the bottom one. Again, make sure you know where your spaces are, and you don't want to keep them all in line. All right, we're going to put the bottom one on the same way. You just put this over like this and walk it around again. Now, once you're done, you got to make sure that the middle scraper ring is not overlapping or sticking out too much, because it won't go in. You have to make sure this slides like this. See how it slides nice and easy? It slides all directions nice and easy, and it spins around. It spins around and it slides nice and easy. It's not binding. So, because when we put the ring compressor, you don't want it where something is binding. All right, that'll be bad. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure the whole thing, all three of them, are one unit now. And then you go for the second ring. Now you look. Sometimes they say top. Most of the times they do. Like on this one, I can show it to you. It's easy to see. says top right there. Now that doesn't mean it's the top ring. That means that it goes this way. In other words, this is the top of the piston. So it goes this way, not this way. All right? And usually the shinier one, but don't quote me because it could be different, is always the top ring. Second ring is always the darker ring. And it also has a Mark II because this one you may not be able to pick it up in the video, but they have an orientation. They have a top to it. It may not say it, but you may have to take off your old piston ring and see, because sometimes they have a scrape a little different. Like the top is smooth, and on the bottom over here, you really can't see it, but see it has a lip. You see it has a little bit of an indent lip that's like a little scraper lip, and then it has this flat piece. Whereas this way, it doesn't. All right, so that piece like this goes down. So this is the top. This one should say it. Let me get one that says it. They all should say it. You see it says top right there, right here? Because that's the top. Because when you turn it over, you see it has that, it's a little bit different. It has that little edge. See that? Okay, so you install it this way. Again, you stick it in here very slightly. And then little by little, you grab it around. All right, you don't want to like open it wide and just put it on. You can make it distorted. So you just slightly. They do have a ring expander, but modern day engines, these big engines, big V8s with serious power, you may need them. But for these cars, you don't. For most regular economy, regular cars, you don't. You put this part in there, and then you just walk it around. Same way you did with the oil ring. And then you do the other ring, the top ring. So you put it in it first. All right, see this how I do it? And you just, little bit by little bit, you push it over. And when you get to the area where the slot is, right here, you just push it over and hold it. You don't want to scratch the side until it goes in its groove. You make sure they all slide, all even, they all turn, they don't bind. All right, and now after this, we're going to have to orientate them. Like I said, you see the slots? You have to orientate them according to your manufacturer. You put one, let's say, over here, and then this one, maybe it turns around and goes maybe on this area like that. You see one there, maybe one there, or on the other side, it'll go over here. And then again, the oil rings over here. When you put the three pieces together, all the lines have to be staggered according to the manufacturer. And that's basically it. You get your spring compressor. You take off the bottom of the connecting rod cap, and you put it in the cylinder. So that's how you install piston rings on pretty much any car. Most have the 3s. Some do have 4, but that's rare. But you just go the same way. All right, guys. Hopefully you understand that. You got any questions? Motorcarnut, please subscribe. Hit that like button. Any questions pertaining to the video, leave them below. I answer all my questions. If I can help you out with something else, just leave a comment and I'll do my best. If you have ideas for future videos, just drop them in the comments. If I can do them, I will. Thank you very much for watching.